Hey there.
Hi,
It's
Valentine.
a familiar face. How are you, Valentine?
Very good. And you, Chris?
Well, sir, thank you very much for asking. Good to see you.
Perfect. Good to see you too.
It's
It's
an
been a
impressive
while.
hair that you have.
It's been a real while, like a
No.
year now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we have people already joining. That's amazing. Um, so I'll go ahead and start. So this is Stephanie Carrasco, and we have Chris Zanoe over here as well. Stephanie is a senior talent acquisition manager, uh, and Chris is the wine director at the Little Nell. It's a five-star property in Colorado in Aspen, and I heard it's number one in the state. It's been ranked number one in the state. We're having some issues. Oh, here we go.
Sorry about that.
We're back. We're back. So I was just telling you, it's been ranked number one hotel in the state of Colorado.
Yes.
That's amazing. Like,
Yeah, I
how
was
did
very
you feel
excited
about that?
because
How do we feel about
Like,
it? We're very
yes.
proud and contributing the amazing people we have working for us and the service that's provided.
yeah, absolutely. When
Yes.
with the scene that's so competitive today, it's difficult to stay sort of at the top to take that top honor home. We're certainly, like Stephanie said, very proud, but we're just trying to think of ways we can be even better. Just to stay at the top, you really have to put in that extra effort. But we're ready for the challenge. We're excited for things to come.
Well, that's very nice to hear. And I also read it's number 12 in the country. So you're absolutely rocking it for sure. Um, so today we're going to talk about mostly what people is trying to get into the program and trying to go to places like the Little Nell. So I just wanted you to um, tell us about the Nell. Like how was the season? How Aspen did? How the Nell did with all this COVID and stuff.
Wonderful. Well, I can start with that and then I'll let Chris fill in on some of those questions. So the Little Nell is Aspen's only five-star, five-diamond hotel, and it is an amazing place to work. We have a lot going on in all the departments, and Chris, especially in the wine program. There is a lot to do, so I'll let him speak to that. If you want to tell us about the restaurants.
Yeah, it's been certainly an interesting season. It's been an interesting year for all of us, I think. But we're very lucky compared to other markets. I mean, markets on the east and west coast and the major market cities have been difficult to sort of stay open with consistency. And when we went into the summer season, we weren't sure what was going to happen, and we had the busiest season on record. And that honestly
Whoa.
hasn't slowed down much in the winter. With seating restrictions and capacity limits, it's been a little slower than in seasons past. But with the restrictions going back to 50% and it getting nice outside, spring's right around the corner, we've seen town really pick up, and business and the pace around the property has been just like it has been in seasons past. So, yeah, it's
Well,
been
that's
great.
very good to hear.
We've had to sort of innovate a little bit. So with seating capacity restrictions, the solution, of course, to how do we get more people into the restaurants and the outlets is why don't we create another space? So we actually created a space in our what was previously Chair 9. We converted it into an elevated wine bar experience. All the music is through clip speakers and all vinyl records, so it's incredibly pure. The menu that's available is elevated as well. You can get caviar, you can get truffle fries, but with fresh shaved truffle over the top of it. And we've had an incredible response to that, both from consumers enjoying the food, of course, and then from a marketing standpoint, it's beautiful. It's such an elevated experience. We've created a lounge outside of Element 47 that never existed before, where we could offer these sort of elevated tasting menu experiences. We've had an incredible amount of success with that. And to take it a step further, we completely converted our boardroom into a speakeasy. So built this
Really?
beautiful, yeah, we built this beautiful space. It's actually behind a bookshelf. You open a book and there's a door handle, and you go in. And it's beautiful, beautiful space. This 88-inch flat screen TV that we've actually been streaming beautiful fire on. So when you walk in, it's super cozy. The lighting's incredible, and we've had a lot of fun with it. And we actually do dinners down there as well. Our contractors converted the pool table into a tabletop that we can actually host dinners, and we're booked out the entire week down there. So it's been a lot of
That's
fun
so cool.
coming up with creative solutions to our capacity restrictions, but one of the more rewarding seasons that I can ever remember from a creative standpoint. The teams loved every step of it. It wasn't easy, but now that it's up and running, we don't have any intention of getting rid of these new spaces. They've done so well, and they've added something extra to our culture here. So very exciting.
No, and I guess it must feel so much like private.
Exactly, and
Like not so many people. It's just like every single guest must feel like we're here for you and just for you. That's so amazing. And I remember that's one of the things that being at the Nell was so impressive. Like you're always on top of the guest needs. Like that's one of the most important things I got from you. So that must be just way better right now with that.
well, we learned a
I
lot.
feel like
You're very, very,
well,
very good at what you do, and that certainly rubs off on the staff in all the right ways. And you help build something special here with us. And we use you as an example when we train our staff.
really.
He has the perfect posture, very rich voice, cadence of service. You're a rock star, so we're very lucky to have you.
Thank you so much for that, Chris. Thank you. And talking about that, like, why do you like to have J1s working there? Like, what do you think people from Argentina, especially, brings to the hotel?
It's really great. We love recruiting internationally because culturally, it's just such a fun difference so that we can learn from everyone and you can bring something different. And so we really value diversity here and just different perspectives. And like Chris just talked about, learning from Valentin and having what he brings. And then with other people from different places, either from the United States or internationally. It's a really wonderful dynamic that we will continue to do because we just love it. And it's fun from a personal standpoint just to work with people from all over the world too and see what's going on in everyone's life and where they're from.
Totally. I totally agree. It's so much fun to just like be around people from all over the world, see all these different cultural customs and everything. It's just so nice.
Definitely.
Perfect. And what do you feel like? How do you feel about being part of the AspenSync company? How do you feel it is working for them, the conditions, and do you like it?
I think this is by far and away certainly the best company I've worked for, and I've had good fortune to work for some great people in the industry. What I love is the transparency. I love the support. We have an incredible CEO who is accessible, that reaches out. If there's something going on in the world, he finds a way to make you feel very, very comforted in time, especially during this pandemic. More than any, I saw that. But in regards to the benefits of working for the company, the quality of life that you're afforded by working for this company is incredible. Benefits are amazing. Having the ability to sort of embrace the lifestyle of being in Aspen during winter, by being able to go on the mountain on your off days, sometimes before you come into work. I've found myself, even after being here for 5.5 years, where you might become desensitized to something like that. I always find myself shaking my head saying, this is my life, this is where I live. I get a chance to do what I love and work and learn and grow, but also live this incredible lifestyle in this beautiful place. So I think for me, that's a huge thing. And then of course, having the ability to sort of, alluding back to working with more of an international clientele and staff, the networking opportunity is phenomenal. There's nothing like it. And I think certainly the company's sort of embraces that, and that's certainly a huge aspect of working for it.
That that's yeah, it's just like that. It's amazing to work for them. Like I was there for 6 straight seasons, and I can tell that um, how they treat the employee, it's just another level. It's just super super nice. Um, what are the main positions J1s usually get? Because this whole life is meant for J1s or people who's trying to be a J1. So what are those positions that you think, or do you usually use for J1s?
Certainly. So we have quite a few different positions to offer depending on your skill set and what you're interested in. The nice thing is that you can have a certain personality and be a great fit in so many different ways. And so in our restaurants, Element 47 and Ajax Tavern, we have host, back server, front server if you're Valentine and have been coming back a few times. And same with Ajax Tavern. And then in-room dining, either working as a server or in mini bar. Also at the residences at the Little Nell, our residential property, you can work there as a breakfast attendant. And then working in the spa as well. Food and beverage isn't your first thought. So there's a lot of different options, and company-wide, not just at the Little Nell. There's even more with our sister property, the Limelight Hotel, and on Mountain Restaurants as well.
So there's options for everyone.
Yes, for everyone.
And
Yeah.
there's so many Argentinians in town when we go there. Like I guess this season must feel so weird without us there.
Definitely. You are very good.
Well, and one last question before closing. How do you feel about next season? What are your thoughts on that?
Certainly. Well, I would say, and then I'll let Chris answer it, that we are very excited for next winter season. We think everyone will want to be traveling after, a little too long stuck at home. And so we're really excited for the busyness and think it will be an exceptional year next winter.
I think it's going to be the busiest winter we've ever had. I honestly think that. I think the excitement is going to be high all the way through as borders relax and travel restrictions are lifted. I think Aspen's going to be every bit as busy as it ever has been. A lot of the events that were canceled this year are coming back. One of the big things was, I think, of course, having to cancel our New Year's Eve party. I think with the optimism surrounding that returning, that's huge for us. The season being busy all the way through. I'm excited. I mean, I know we still have summer, but with winter and the prospects of that on the horizon, I think you can look forward to that with a lot of excitement. So,
Well, I'll need to book my flight then.
please do.
I need to be there. Great. So, is there any other thing that you would like to tell us? Any thoughts that you have? Something to share? Something that maybe I didn't ask?
Well, maybe just that we're looking forward to meeting everyone and hoping that we get to meet you in July when we're doing interviewing and the job
Yeah,
fairs.
hopefully.
And so we would love to get to speak with all of you. And if you think of any questions, Valentine is the best resource to answer anything. But yeah, it was such a pleasure speaking with you. Chris, anything?
What was my
Yeah.
pleasure.
Just just looking forward to hopefully having many of you with us next winter. I mean, it's a very rare opportunity to come and work in a place that's so incredible. And like I said, the resources, the networking, the quality of life, these are memories that you'll make and tools that you'll be able to use for the rest of your life. It's truly a unique opportunity, and I've had people come work here and leave and then call back and say, what's available? I want to come back. Aspen, it is a bubble, but it's one of the best bubbles that you could be in the entire world. And
It's a fairy tale town.
Yeah, it's definitely a special place, and
It's amazing.
Well, great. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. I was so excited to talk to you again after so long. And well, I guess I hope to see you soon.
Yeah,
Yes.
you too.
Thanks,
Miss
Valentine.
Valentine.
Thank you.
Good to
Have
catch
an
up.
amazing rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you
Thank
soon.
you. Bye.